Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 26, and specifically the G1 26 Finals. Massive round robin tournament. We've had 18 days with 5 matches on each day, 90 matches to figure out which two of these competitors would face off to determine the. We are down to our final two, Kenny Omega, Goto, and this match is to determine who gets an IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match against, assuming he keeps it until then, Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 11.
The stakes couldn't be any higher. Both of these men went through hell. Both of these men had unique circumstances to get here. Goto winning the block because Okada and Tanahashi went to a draw. Omega had his destiny in his hands because Shibata and Elgin lost, and he was able, on his own merits, to beat Naito. No Bullet Club help. So both of these guys have interesting stories to tell, but it all comes down to this match. Who walks away with the Wrestle Kingdom 11 main event, and who walks away with nothing? We're about to find out.
Have our New Japan to 3 hours, 0 minutes, and 45 seconds. That is 3:00:45, and we will be hitting play when I say go. 3, 2, 1, go. Bell actually rang right as the clock hit 3 hours and 44 or so seconds, so we're not going to have kind of a moment where we get to wait for the bell to ring. It already did. Kenny Omega getting up on the top rope and kind of getting the crowd into it. I wonder who the crowd's going to be behind in this match. I feel like the crowd has really not had much of a connection with Goto at all. And then Kenny Omega yesterday, after beating Naito, you guys cheered for Naito until I won, and then you cheered for me. That's not cool. So maybe they will be behind him to start this match. I don't know.
Yeah, Kenny Omega saying, I didn't leave like those other guys, making a reference to Nakamura, Styles, and those guys, because I thought Japan was my home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he said, I thought Japan was my home. And then they started to cheer him, and he's like, no, stop it. And I freaking love Kenny. I'm really thinking he's in a groove right now.
Cut it out. Stop it.
Exactly.
I love it.
And now, look at that. Counters the go behind. I'm telling you, Kenny Omega, since excommunicating AJ Styles, he won the Intercontinental Championship. He introduced the ladder match to Japan. He lost the Intercontinental title, but then he joined the heavyweight division for the G1 Climax. Took part in the tournament this year. Has made it all the way to the finals. And I'm telling you, if Kenny Omega can win this thing, that is huge for the cleaner.
I do believe it is unprecedented for a junior to step up to the heavyweight division and immediately make it to even the finals of G1 Climax in their first year as a heavyweight. So what Kenny Omega is doing right now is, I believe, unprecedented, which is insane.
I mean, certainly. I mean, Kota Ibushi had a chance to do it last year. He couldn't get it done. He wasn't even anywhere close. Kenny Omega. And again, I still can't get over the circumstances Kenny Omega went through to get here. Shibata had to lose to Evil. Elgin had to lose to Nakajima. And then Omega had the toughest task. He had to beat Naito. And he actually did. His knee was in tatters by the end of it, but he got the win. And then you look at Goto, who just fired off the shoulder block. Goto, he beat Marufuji. He did well enough in his block, but he had to hope that Okada and Tanahashi, their pride, their rivalry, was going to go to a draw, and it did. I mean, you want to talk about exceptional circumstances for both guys. And Omega pounding the mat. He is feeling it right now, dude.
Doing the Terminator theme there. Do. Goto with the, wow, kitchen sink almost. That was more of a kick than a knee, but still right across Omega's stomach. And it's an interesting case because I personally feel like Goto is main event, that he is a main event type talent. I really enjoy his work. I feel like he's A+ because he can do, maybe except for, having match of the year every single time you're in the ring. But regardless, as far as his actual skill set, he can do everything Ishii can do, plus a bunch of much more technical and impressive actual wrestling holds that we'll never really see Ishii do.
Oh, certainly. Look, Goto is a very capable performer between those ropes. Hey, if he wasn't, he wouldn't have won the A block. But the thing is, I mean, you yourself have said multiple times, at the end of the day, Goto is good, maybe even great, but he's a perpetual loser. He cannot win the big one. And I think that is that is a demon he has a chance to exercise
think
tonight.
About his matches in G1. If you just think about his matches in G1 this year, I mean, who did he really beat? He lost to Okada. He lost to Tanahashi. I would say the most credible guy that he actually defeated was Ishii.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I think Kenny Omega definitely had a more arduous path to the block, especially because, I mean, when you look at the makeup of this match, I mean, Goto's had more time to rest. So Kenny Omega, despite the fact that he said, like, I don't want your support anymore, he still is the more sympathetic figure in my eyes between these two men.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just talking credibility, I feel like the most credible performer in the B block was Naito, and Omega beat him to win the block.
That's right. And oh, what a clothesline over the rope. Goto there to Kenny Omega. And Omega was favoring that knee early on.
Well, and it's worth pointing out, Naito really tore that knee apart yesterday. Looks like Goto's going to kind of leave it alone for now, but I think that might be something he comes back to in a moment of desperation if it comes to that.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Goto wants to do this the honorable way, but I mean, that knee, that's got to be so tempting to want to just pounce on an attack when you realize this is the finals. This is the last match you have to win before you get that briefcase. And another prize we didn't even mention, because I remember it for Tanahashi last year, the trophy and the check. I mean, you get a good amount of yen for winning this tournament. So I think it's like 100,000 yen, isn't it? It's quite a cash prize. So
it is a pretty decent cash prize, yeah. It might even be more than that.
Yeah, it might even be more. Now look at this guardrail assisted moonsault. Kenny Omega.
So impressive. Yeah, Kenny Omega is a freakish athlete. Whether you want to talk about his power and his ability to lift up men right now like this, so much bigger than himself, talk about his athleticism and his ability to do high flying moves like we saw yesterday, where he did springboard splash senton to Naito over the guardrail and over the table. And now look at this.
Apron powerbomb.
The apron. It looked almost like he was thinking about powerbombing him on like he did to Naito yesterday.
Yeah, he might have wanted a repeat, and he too sweet's a fan in the audience. Well, it's nice to see Kenny Omega doesn't hate all the fans. And I can actually vouch personally for Omega. Very gracious to his fans on Twitter. Really nice guy. And that's why I think I sympathize, I support Kenny Omega. Not only is he really good at what he does, he seems like a genuinely warm dude that just wants to come to work, make history in this business. And, hey, no greater history in the same year. You become Intercontinental Champion, you introduce the ladder match, and you win G1 Climax. I mean, come on, brother. That's one hell of a resume in 1 year. Kenny Omega.
Think about Goto. I feel like Goto really kind of peaked a little bit last year. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been back to that mountaintop. But last year, he was the IWGP Intercontinental Champion during G1. And there's the neck breaker from Kenny Omega.
Kenny feeling it now. Look at that. He's just saying, yep, that's me. Still favoring that knee, though. Hooks the leg. Goto kicks out. Kenny Omega, he's confident. He's cocky. I mean, we've been mentioning, and specifically I've been mentioning that press conference so much, he cussed the reporters out. He said, I know what you all think of me. You got to wonder what Kenny Omega is thinking in his head. Like, yeah, I'm proving you all wrong right now. I'm competing in the G1 Climax Finals. And can you imagine, Ashton, whether you like Kenny Omega or not, and I know you and I do, but can you imagine the gloating and the boasting and the egomania that's just going to flood Kenny Omega if he wins this match here? He's going to rip everybody a new one.
Yeah, I mean, he said at the very beginning of the tournament that he was better than everyone, and he has the opportunity to prove that tonight, like you said. And now, kind of like a half camel clutch, but now we've transitioned to Cobra clutch here. I'm not really sure what to call this, but Goto got to the ropes anyway, so it doesn't matter.
A modified hold there. And Kenny Omega, like I said, I love his ring attire. I love that the boots, like the text or the typography, to use the more technical term, it's almost like it's rendered in like that 8-bit kind of style, an homage to his love of video games. And Kenny Omega, I'll tell you, you could treat G1 as a video game, and Goto's the final boss. And nice knife edge chop there by Omega.
I think Kenny Omega knows that. I think he's going to step it up here, but there, only a 2 count. That chop, enough to get the job done.
And now Kenny Omega just cranking on the neck there, the head. Not exactly a headlock, just really grabbing the hair. And that, now look at that. He's got the arm trapped around the leg. Not exactly a scissors. He's just got the leg over the arm. Makes it difficult to kind of move around. And Goto's only got one free arm, and he does get into the ropes. I like this strategy by Omega, though. Look, you ground Goto. You make him expend energy. Every time he gets to the ropes, it's an expenditure. And, you know, when you wear a guy out, he's able to offer less resistance later for big maneuvers like Kreutz Raft or the one-winged angel or whatever Kenny Omega has in mind. And Kenny, look at that.
Yeah, I mean, Kreutz Wrath that we saw yesterday, he doesn't really use that move much anymore, but that is a vicious, I mean, it's got the word wrath in it, you know, like it's a vicious move. He used to actually use that as a finish. Now he's kind of upgraded it to the one-winged angel, which seems a little bit more devastating, but both moves are really just incredible to witness.
And the thing about Kenny Omega that I've really noticed, particularly in his one match with the Yoshihashi, and then in his most recent match with Naito, is here comes the Kotaro Crusher. And he got it. Kenny Omega is obsessed. And I mean, I get that everybody's obsessed with hitting their finishing move to a point, but Kenny Omega is hungry in every match to hit that one-winged angel. And
you know why, John?
Why is that?
Because no one's ever kicked out of it.
And there you go. When you know that you've got a move like that, that's a guarantee. The urgency has just got to be overwhelming to get that move off. And look at Kenny Omega right in Goto's face. And Goto, though, breaking off the contact. And there are the overhand chops there. Goto going to try and fight through it. Kenny Omega inviting it. There's a knife edge, though, by Omega.
Knife edge by Goto. Overhead by Goto. Elbow by Omega. Elbow by Omega.
And now Omega off the ropes. Ducks. Sweeps around.
Speed. Oh, but Goto follows through. And Larry takes Omega's head off.
What a lariat by Goto. That was insane impact. And Kenny Omega, come on, Kenny. You got to get back in it here. Kenny Omega, he wins this match. His year has been fucking stellar. I mean, hell, even if he loses, you could still make the claim. But, I mean, it won't just be a claim anymore. It just won't be an opinion. It'll be full-blown fact. Kenny Omega will have owned New Japan if he can win this here. Goto, Irish him into the other corner. Spinning heel kick there in the corner. Beautifully done by Goto. Now could it be the backdrop driver? He got it. Kenny Omega flopping like a fish there, partner. Oh, man.
I feel like we've seen a lot of those in this tournament. Nagata still has my favorite, but Nakajima's is really good. If he would learn how to bridge it, he might actually pick up some wins with it. But now we saw, and now it looks like Goto's going to the top rope. What does he do off the top rope?
Elbow drop. That's what he's thinking about.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yep, and there it is.
2. And Kenny Omega even got his foot on the rope. And you know what? You got to give big ups to Kenny Omega. He didn't come into this thing nearly 100%. I'd say Goto, if Goto's not 100%, he was at the very least 90%. And Kenny Omega's still going hold for hold with him here. There's another counter. Oh, spits right in Goto's face.
Oh, Fireman's carry a steamroller moonsault here, maybe. He hit the steamroller. Can he hit the moonsault? He does. Go for the pin. 1. And Goto kicks out.
You know what Kenny Omega left the crowd with on Saturday, partner? He said, you know, cheer for Goto if you want. I don't care. But if I was a betting man, that's right. If I like to gamble, I'd put all my money on Kenny Omega. And then he did the gun motion and he said, bang. And I'll tell you, Kenny Omega's confidence. He knows he can win the big match. He knows he can compete for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to be honest, and partner, you know I love Okada more than most. You know I have been singing that man's praises ever since you and I have really started actively covering New Japan. But if I'm Okada, if Kenny Omega wins this thing, I fear Kenny Omega, and I'm not even kidding. The role that man's been on, I really think he could beat Okada for that world title, but he's got to get through Goto first here. Oh, rakes the eyes.
The eye rake. Don't have to worry about a time limit in this match. There actually is no time limit. These guys can go forever if they want, but that said, we are just about 14 minutes into this match. You've got to wonder who's going to start to get exhausted first, whose durability and really whose endurance is going to be strained the most in this match.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. That was a beautiful Snapdragon suplex by the cleaner. Sent Goto out to the floor, and now what is Kenny Omega thinking about? Could it be a baseball slide? Goto's pretty close. Oh, the tope con giro.
Rope.
Beautifully done by Omega. I was concerned for him. I'm still a little concerned for him. Okay, no, it's fine. I thought he got his foot stuck in the guardrail. What's Kenny doing? Oh, he's just posing with the fans. Wow. I'll tell you, Kenny, for a guy that seemed really bitter towards the fans, the ones that like him, he has their back. He really seems to want to celebrate with them.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that a guy doesn't hold a grudge and he's able to look to the future. But Kenny, though, that knee is still in bad shape.
Doing that stretch. That left knee, he did this stretch to his left knee yesterday, and it seemed to affect him less throughout the rest of the match. It seems like once he did that stretch and kind of popped his knee back into place, it was not as afflicted, and it seemed like he was able to use it a little bit easier. So maybe that's exactly what he just did, and he'll be able to use that left knee a little bit easier now. And there you see him bouncing around on it. So I think he's going up top here, though. Oh, no, he is still limping a little bit. Crossbody, drop kick, what?
Kotaro, drop kick.
No, drop kick. I thought he was going to do the Kotaro Crusher from the top rope, but no, it was just a missile drop kick. And now, hands in the air, going for the... I thought, at first when he was like running towards Goto, but I think he's going for another dragon. No, but Goto breaks out of it.
But Goto does break out of it, though. Kenny,
punch. Forearm.
Straight shots there.
Omega off the ropes. Goto gets him up. Are we going to get the Ushigoroshi here?
And Ushigoroshi. Kenny Omega rock there.
And Omega is feeling the effects of that. He is shook.
I'll tell you what, I find it appropriate that the back of Kenny Omega's pants say Elite, because Goto just stopped his passage to joining the Elite for a moment there.
He's a member of the Elite, John. It's him and the Young Bucks. That's what they call themselves.
Fair enough. I just want to do a cute little play on words there, partner, but regardless, I mean, it is a very elite club.
Oh, here's the lariat from Goto.
And there is the lariat. It wasn't the first G1 Climax winner in 95 or 99. I know it was the 90s. So, I mean, this tournament's been going on.
G1 Climax, so I'm assuming that means that the first one was in 91.
Oh, 91. Okay. I mean, goddamn, you're talking about 25. Well, yeah, that makes sense because this is G1 Climax 26. So, yeah, it makes sense. And I'll tell you, that's just crazy to think about. All those G1 Climaxes, and either Kenny Omega or Goto could join the pantheon of winners here.
I can confirm that the first G1 Climax was in 1991, but there were similar tournaments held before 1991 that just weren't called G1 Climax.
Right, and look at that. I don't think that was exactly an Ushigoroshi, but it seemed more just like a Death Valley driver off the top rope, though. 2. And Kenny Omega
out.
Kenny stays in it. Oh, man, Kenny, you're so close. Come on, man. One match. You beat. You know what? And it's funny, too, because you know what I said to myself? After Naito Omega, I said, I've been so concerned about Naito, and with good reason, I might add, but I don't want to overlook Goto, and moves like that are exactly why, and it could be the sleeper here. Oh, man. And if Kenny, oh, God, that's not good. Because if Kenny really sinks here, Goto could hit the GTR. But look at him, though. He's trying to grab the fingers. Kenny trying to grab the fingers. Oh, no, the GTR.
You see, Goto wants the GTR, but Omega fighting out with those punches. Almost like an axe handle over the shoulder there from Omega. Oh, but Goto wants the sleeper. Omega reverses. Omega with the sleeper. Goto reverses. Goto with the sleeper. He's close, but Omega he's just too quick, too urgent. He has this sense of urgency where even something as, well, I shouldn't say simple, but even something as subtle as a sleeper, Omega is fighting out of it so hard. Oh, and there's the first knee to the face from Omega.
Yeah, Omega just pulling the trigger, the V trigger, that is.
Hirooki there.
Yeah, beautifully done by Omega. Again, I know there's a name for that move, but I just can't recall it. So that's the best thing we can call it.
I think I might actually be able to tell you what the name of that move is because I saw it somewhere. Remember it. So let me see if I can find it really quick, and I will get back to you as soon as I can with it.
And Kenny Omega just pulling the trigger, and he got the V trigger. Oh,
and now he's setting him up for the one-winged angel.
If he hits it here, it's over.
The sleeper.
Oh, man. I think that was Kenny.
Him into the corner, back him into the corner, back him into the corner. There we go.
Yeah, but Goto still has it locked. Goto didn't relent.
He does.
And again, now he relents.
Not after two, though.
Oh God.
Goto,
that's smart.
This puts Goto in a vulnerable position. Omega can do this position. Oh, he's going to the top rope. Kenny freakishly strong. Climbing the ropes with 235 pounds of Goto on his back. And he's going to fall back with him on there. And
oh my God.
Yeah, and by the way, the cross-legged fisherman buster is called Aoi Shodu.
I knew I saw it somewhere. Yeah, I think that was the same title of the video that I watched Yuzuf's Top 10. I think that was what they called it as well. And I don't know who got the worst of this. We're seeing the replay here. I mean, obviously Goto burned the hole, but look at Kenny Omega's head and neck. Folded up like an accordion.
Yeah, I mean, Omega landed, but the thing is, Kenny Omega landed, it looked to me like Goto pretty much put all of his weight on his shoulder. So I think Goto got the worst of it.
Right. And I'll tell you, Kenny Omega going to have to shake the cobwebs out. And Goto needs to get back in this thing as well. But this could be Kenny Omega's time here. Goto's stirring, but he's vulnerable for another V-trigger if Kenny Omega would choose to hit one. Kenny Omega, though, he's spent. I mean, he had a war with Naito. What more can you expect from the man? Didn't have as much time to recover as Goto did. And now Kenny Omega.
Go, Omega. I think he wants another one of these bicycle knees.
Yeah, if he gets...
Just a punch. I think we're going to just get a forearm exchange here.
You're probably right. And now Kenny Omega, another forearm.
So exhausted. But at the same time, they both know what this match is for. The winner of this match wins the G1 Climax and earns an IWGP Championship match at Wrestle Kingdom 11.
God, I want it to be Kenny Omega's year. Look, I got nothing against Goto. If you guys noticed, I haven't talked the piss out of him like I did Tanahashi Okada in that match. And, you know, but I got to say, like, Kenny Omega to me has been in a groove. He's going to go off the ropes here. Boot to the face of Goto. Goto trying to eat it. Kenny Omega off the ropes again. Oh, boot got checked. And again, Kenny Omega. Oh, could it be a powerbomb here?
Another boot there. And now Omega has him up in a powerbomb. Is he going to do a last ride here? He is. Sit out last ride.
1, 2.
Oh, and Goto kicks out.
I'll tell you, Kenny Omega paying homage to his former tag team partner, Kota Ibushi there.
Golden stars.
That's crazy. And Kenny Omega can't believe it. And now look at this again here. Just drives Goto down. Kenny Omega has freakish strength, as you've been saying. And we just saw another display of it there.
Kenny Omega might even be better than AJ Styles. Kenny Omega, I think it's safe to say he's stronger than AJ Styles. I mean, given that AJ is 38 or 39 years old, Kenny's probably faster and more athletic than AJ Styles. I don't know, man. I think we might have a better Gaijin ace now than we did before. Oh, and he went for the Phoenix Splash, but Goto moved.
What an incredible move by Omega with no payoff. And I'm just going to tack on to what you said. Sorry, Lee, you're my boy, but I have to agree. I prefer Omega over AJ Styles. Omega's fucking king. And I really hope he wins this G1 Climax.
Goto, though, you can see on his face, and is coming really near. He's posing, I think. Isn't that the pose he used to do for the Shoten Kai? Is he calling for the Shoten Kai?
No, he's calling for the shoot kick to the chest. And he got it.
But then goes for the pin immediately, and Omega kicks out.
I'll tell you what, Goto may need to break out the Shoten Kai for a match as big as the G1 Climax Finals.
Oh, I think he might be. I think I might have been
No,
right.
it's
I
gonna
think
be
he's
the
going for
Gumbo
no,
stroke of
but
the knee.
Kenny Omega squirms out. Oh, but that knee, but the headbutt from Goto.
Oh, now what's Goto thinking about? Is this going to be an inverted? What the hell? He's got him up. Oh my god!
That was in. I think
Damn.
that was a Shoten. Shoten, not a Shoten Kai.
Exactly. Oh man, that was crazy. That was like a creative finisher in one of the WWE video games. It went through all these sequences until the payoff. Damn, Goto.
Yeah, that's appropriate. An appropriate comparison.
And Omega able to kick out and stay in it. But now Goto, what's he thinking about here? Oh, we know what he's thinking about.
He's calling for it. He's ready. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. Oh, the knee from Omega. Holy crap.
And
Kenny
now
Omega. And then
Goto
checked it.
Oh, the boot though. And there's a V-trigger.
Oh, here we go. Dragon suplex. He couldn't bridge it though. He couldn't bridge it, Sean. That might be the cause of Goto kicking out here if he does. And he did.
I have to agree with you, partner. If Kenny Omega was able to bridge it, I think we would have had a very different result there.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, though, not to be deterred. What's he thinking about? I think he's going against the ropes. He's got the gun. He's pointing it. And bang. And now Kenny Omega. Oh, again, the knee got caught.
Goto caught it.
Yeah, you got to get
just taking it to Goto's head. Oh, and there's another knee and another knee. 3 knees consistently and right in a row there simultaneously. Oh, but Goto with the lariat takes Omega's head off.
What a lariat by Goto. And he's fired up now.
That move that Goto did earlier was called the Ura Shoten.
Oh, very cool. And now
there's the
Shoten. He did it, the Shoten Kai.
2. Oh, Omega's stayed alive.
Oh my god, we haven't seen Goto do that move all tournament. He was saving it for the finals.
Yes, now we know why he hasn't done it, because it just doesn't get the job done anymore like it used to. He needs the GTR. He needs to hit that move, that new move that he's been using, the GTR, the lariat into a backbreaker over his knee, almost like you kind of describe it, almost like a final cut over the knee. But now look at this. Omega reverses, trying to get him up for a suplex. Goto trying to get Omega up. Omega, though, with the underhook, almost a bloody Sunday, the double underhook brainbuster there.
Exactly. Almost a bloody Sunday by Omega, and Omega now he's going to hit another V-trigger, I bet. No, he's not going to bother.
Almost like an inverted bloody Sunday, but now he's going for the clash. He's going for the clash.
And he got it.
Roll him over. Go for the pin if this gets Goto. Oh, my God. 1, 2, and Goto kicks out. Wow.
I fucking love Kenny Omega. Oh, my God.
That's unbelievable. I don't know. I mean, AJ could do that to Joe. So, he has him up. Is this going to be it?
He got it.
Hit it.
He got it.
That's going to be it.
1, 2, break out. Kenny Omega wins G1 Climax. Yes.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God. You know what? He didn't win with the Styles Clash, but he won with his own move, the One-Winged Angel. Kenny Omega just beat the final boss. He set the high score, and his reward is an IWGP Heavyweight Championship match on January the 4th, 2017 at Wrestle Kingdom 11. What a match. Kenny Omega just beat Naito and Goto in a span of 24 hours. That is nuts. Oh, my God.
I think it's safe to say Kenny Omega, the new Gaijin ace.
Yes, without question. Look, for Gaijin to make it this far, I mean, look, we talk about Elgin all the time, how impressive it is that a Gaijin won the Intercontinental Championship. Well, this Gaijin just won G1 Climax. He's going for the big gold. And now look at the Bullet Club flag, baby. Man, these guys are back on top.
Bullet Club under new management and arguably as successful as ever.
Exactly. Look at that sight. The Bullet Club
might be able to argue that AJ Styles was a better leader because more people in the Bullet Club were cheater, but you can't argue that he was a better competitor because he never won G1.
Exactly. Kenny Omega has him. Look at the. I think Kenny Omega may be crying, and you know what? If a man ever earned a right to cry, it was winning G1 Climax. Goto being helped to the back there. Goto gave one hell of an effort. Couldn't get the GTR, and you know what? I think if he would have gotten that move, it would be a different celebration. But Kenny Omega hitting the one-winged angel before Goto got the GTR. And this is it. Kenny Omega, your winner of G1 Climax 26.
What and John, how apropos is it that very early into this tournament, I want to say on day 5 or 6, somewhere around there, you kind of backed off your Hanma pick and started saying that you wanted Kenny Omega to win.
Yeah, partner. Yeah, I mean, I honestly thought with Hanma, they'd go the sympathy redemption angle. Oh, this loser turns around, makes a complete 180. But I am so glad that it's Kenny Omega standing in that ring, accepting that trophy, give that man his check, and most importantly, give him his world title shot. Look at that image. Oh my God, I'm so much happier than seeing Tanahashi pose with this shit last year. Should have been Nakamura, but I digress. Kenny Omega, the G1 Climax 26 winner. Wow.
And how apropos, I keep saying that word, but it's really, it stands true. How apropos is it? Omega defeated Goto. It's almost like the freaking Avatar using his previous Avatar states or something. He defeated Goto with an inverted Bloody Sunday, the former Prince Devitt's finisher, a Styles Clash, AJ Styles finisher, the one-winged angel. It's like a hit club leaders uniting in one man to take him to the mountaintop of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Exactly. And I'm like I said, I love Okada. I respect Okada. And you can mark me down on this as we'd have no other choice. It's live. Kenny Omega is better than Okada, and he is my pick all in at Wrestle Kingdom 11. I'm thinking Kenny Omega's winning the big gold. Holy shit.
I hope you're right, John, but he still has a long path just to get to Wrestle Kingdom 11. We need to remember that he wasn't undefeated in this tournament. He did lose to Michael Elgin, to Shibata, and to Yoshihashi, and he is undoubtedly going to need to defend his opportunity against all 3 of those men between now and Wrestle Kingdom 11.
I mean, partner, you're certainly right. 150% right. But I think Omega is up for the challenge, and Okada's got title defenses on his end. Are these two going to meet at the end of the road, Wrestle Kingdom 11, to decide who is the absolute best? We're going to find that out soon enough. Kenny Omega addressing the masses with his Bullet Club stablemates in tow. Man, what a night for the cleaner. And hey,
I'm going to toss out one more with that said, because with that said, ladies and gentlemen, New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 26, and that's the last time I'm ever going to need to say that, is in the books. We finally made it from beginning to end, the first show all the way through to the finals. We didn't skip any. The one that we didn't do on the day it happened, we made up for the following. We are back on track. Last year, John had to deal with mic issues. This year, I had to deal with a goddamn car crash, and we had recording issues. This has moved into a live format, which is huge. G1 will be a struggle, but I'll be damned if we don't come out stronger on the other side. Right, John?
Oh, absolutely. Every goddamn time, partner. Like Kenny Omega, you and I go to distance. We're the workhorses up in this bitch. And I want to thank everybody, whether you're in my scum squad or you're just a loyal TwitWow listener, everybody that took the ride with us. It's because of you that we endure. And we have put this G1 Climax tournament in the books. Bang, says the cleaner, and bang, says TwitWow. We got it done, baby. I'm feeling great.
You know what? I wasn't this, but because I feel like fill you guys in on everything that we've done. G1 Climax started until today, the end of G1. I am actually going to go. You guys can go with me so you can actually look for yourselves and you can see the proof with your own eyes. These last 4 weeks, and that's how long G1 is. It starts on a Monday and it ends 4 weeks later on a Sunday. It's been an insane journey. But John, do you want to know how many total videos we've uploaded since G1 started?
I'd love to know, partner.
Between all these G1s, CWC, NXT, SmackDown, live reactions. I mean, when G1 started, Lucha Underground was still going on. We can't forget that.
Right.
Going all the way back to day number 1 of G1 Climax, we have put out, and these are multiple by 5 because each row has 5 videos in it. We have 2 videos plus this many rows. There's 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 30. 5 times 30, 152 videos over the last 4 weeks.
Holy
to those
shit.
of you that have been able to keep up with our uploading schedule, say anything but thank you for your viewership, and I really hope you get some rest after today, just like I'm sure we're going to. But it doesn't even end here. We've uploaded 152 videos over the last 27 days combined, and we're going to be uploading another, I believe, like between now and this coming Sunday, 2 tomorrow, 2 on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and then NXT preview and predictions on Thursday, and then ROH live reactions on Friday, WWE preview predictions on either Friday or Saturday, depending on how that works out. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn live reactions on Saturday, and then, of course, we have SummerSlam live reactions on Sunday. So I don't know if I did the math right, but I counted 12 videos over the next week alone.
Yeah, it's going to be insane, guys. We're not done yet. Just like Kenny Omega, he's not done yet either. His journey to Wrestle Kingdom 11 is really only just beginning. And you know we're going to keep hitting hard and breaking out the best videos that we can because you guys deserve that. And again, thank you to everybody that took the journey with us. And we'll see you next week to do it all over again because that content's going to be insane.
Exactly. Well, for tomorrow night's episode of which we will be reviewing, hopefully this will help even more.